There is a huge fight card going down in just a few days. It's UFC 281 at Madison Square Garden. And there are two title fights, but I got to tell you, this man right here, Michael Chandler, fighting his rival, Dustin Poirier. Mike, I got to be honest, man. I think your fight might be the one I'm excited to see most.
Hey, I appreciate that. Number one, thanks for having me. Number two, I appreciate that. I think it's always nice to be the one of the guys that people are definitely looking forward to on these cards, and Madison Square Garden, can't beat it.
Are you sensing that, Michael, that, with the history and you guys being as dangerous as you are, as popular as you both are you sensing that the fans are really jazzed about this?
Yeah, I think, the UFC is in the business of putting on big fights and fights that matter. This is definitely a fight that matters. Dustin Poirier is number 2 in the world. I'm number 5. Two guys who fight very similar. You cut from the same cloth, always come with our best foot forward. So it's exciting.
You and Dustin have obviously, and we've watched some of it because some of it was caught on video. You guys have had your words in the past. Do you feel like there is some bad blood heading into this one, Mike?
Oh, I think there was, some words that were exchanged, but ultimately bad blood. I think there's bad blood in every single fight, whether we like to admit it or not, because you got two guys or gals trying to climb the same mountain, heading to the same destination. This one's no different. I think there's a ton of mutual respect, and I also think me and him are very similar, which would normally lend itself to us being more cordial. But I think in this case, it's somewhat like maybe I don't like that guy as much as I thought I was going to. But rest assured, November 12th, we both go out there. Someone's getting their hand raised, and win, lose, or draw, there's going to be a handshake and a mutual respect.
Mike, what happens after? You're ranked 5th now. Dustin 2nd. You could obviously easily make an argument that the winner of this fight should get a title shot. How do you see that unfolding?
Yeah, I think you could definitely make that argument. I think definitely with an emphatic finish as well. And also, some people would say you're not truly the champion until you've defended your belt. I think Islam fighting a guy in his first title defense, maybe Volkanovski, 15 pounds lighter than him, isn't normally what I would imagine. But then again, the UFC puts on great fights. They make fights that matter, and they are geniuses at promoting. So all I can do is sit back and kind of watch it unfold and work on other things. It just launched a fitness app, Walk On Fitness.
Great.
I'm excited about that. Going to keep on adding more and more programs and diets and nutrition. And
if I download it, Michael, will I look like you?
Yes, you will. It's 100% guaranteed. You download it, you immediately not true. 100% not true. But yes, you will make yourself happier, healthier, and harder to kill with our programs. Just start with 4 programs plus diet and nutrition, all that kind of stuff. It's an app for everybody. It's not just the crazy workouts that I do. We do have one program that's pretty crazy, but the other 3 programs that we currently have right now are for anyone of any level of fitness.
That's awesome. I'm happy to see you you're kind of killing it in business as well. Mike, are you upset in any way that Volkanovski, who I think most people like this guy, good guy, but this might hold you guys up a bit, right? You have a guy from 145 coming up to your division. Any frustration with that? Like, hey, I need a title shot, not the guy who's the 145-pound champ.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm upset. It's definitely a little peculiar, but then again, Volkanovski has looked unbeatable at 145. He's talked and teased about coming up to 155. So I've kind of seen the writing on the wall for a while, but I'll let the UFC do its thing. I got to do my job November 12th, which is go out there and get my hand raised and hopefully in an emphatic fashion to continue to prove and stake my claim, plant my flag that I am the guy to beat in this division and a guy that deserves to fight for the title and ultimately win the title. And ultimately, I think when you look at Islam and his strengths, there's nobody else on the roster inside the top 5, top 10 that has wrestling and grappling ability like I do. Former Division I All-American. Justin Gaethje is as well, but we haven't really seen him use his as well. But so I think I'm the guy to stop Islam's wrestling attack, Dagestani Sambo wrestling attack. But it remains to be seen, and it also remains to be seen if I get that title shot.
I guess I'll get you out of here on this. Any message as we're a few days away for Dustin Poirier?
Message to Dustin Poirier, man, is just there's nothing to say when you know a guy is prepared. You know a guy always puts on a show, and you know a guy is always coming for the finish. So there's nothing that I can say to him that everybody doesn't already believe. When people saw this fight get booked, they didn't need any promotion of it. They didn't need to see any promos. They didn't need to see any bad blood. When Michael Chandler and Dustin Poirier step inside the octagon, take my money. So I'm excited about it. UFC 281.
That's it. You didn't have to do this interview because everyone was watching anyway, but I'm very happy you did, and I always appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Bye.